Folks, welcome back. Hope you guys are doing good. I'm doing pretty good. We're going to do some Tarmac works today. Some Porsches to be exact. So we've got these two. Both of these are really cool models. We've got this Falcon Porsche 911 GT3R from the 2023 Nurburgring 24-hour. And then we also have this Porsche 911 GT3R from the 2023 DTM season. So a couple really cool cars. I did pull out some other Tarmac Works Porsches I have. We had this from Sim to DTM, so these are both from the 2023 DTM series, which is pretty cool. And then we have this one, which is from the 2019 24 Hours of Spa in the Golf livery. Very cool car. This one was from Nürburgring 2018. And then this Falcon one was from VLN Nürburgring 2018. I'm not sure what the VLN means, but I'm assuming it's just another race they do at Nürburgring. But anyways, get those put back there. And yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at these two right here. So we'll start with the Falcon one. And then we'll move over to the 75th anniversary one. Very cool car. Both of them are really cool. But yeah, I really like these Tarmac Works Porsches. I think they do a really good job with them. I'm sure you guys have seen, and we will, I don't know if we covered it in the last video or if it's going to be in this next news video this week, but Tarmac Works keeps releasing Taiwan 711 exclusive Porsches, which kind of irritates me because they're doing some really cool ones that I would love to have, but they're ridiculously expensive on the secondary market. Like, I looked at that new set of 3 Porsches, not the RWBs, just the 3 GT3Rs, and they was like over $300 on eBay for the 3 of them. And I can't spend that much on Tarmac Works. To me, they're just, I mean, they probably are worth it, but I don't know, ridiculous. But anyways, here is the packaging. So you've got this really nice, like, blurred background of Nürburgring in the back. So very cool. And then you've got the Falcon colors on the rest of the sleeve. On the bottom, you do have your Porsche licensing lingo down here. There's all the info on the model. And then all that other stuff on the back. Again, that Falcon theme. Overall packaging looks pretty good. On the base, you also have the Nürburgring track. So you've got the white and red. I don't know what those are called, actually. It's like the sides of the track. I'm sure it has a specific name, but I don't know what it's called. And then you got some asphalt. So very cool. We'll go ahead and take both of these off the base. I don't really see why not. These are a little bit on the fragile side because they do have the little antennas that stick up off the roof, but we'll risk it. I like taking these off and looking at them when I review them. So anyways, let me move my knife so I don't cut myself. So here is the car. These typically don't roll. If they do, they don't roll very well. It looks like the tires kind of do spin freely, but yeah, these things aren't going to roll. They just don't. In order for them to be like really accurate, nicely detailed models with brakes and, you know, the correct ride height and stuff, they just don't roll. And I'm okay with that. I know a lot of you guys prefer your stuff to roll, but for me, I don't care. Yeah, really nice car. It's a Porsche 911 GT3 race car. What isn't to like on these things? But the wheels look really good. Just your typical Porsche race wheel. Looks awesome. You've got Falcon printing on the tires. Of course, this car is sponsored by Falcon, so it's going to have Falcon tires. And then you also have some slotted rotors in there and calipers. The calipers look like they're kind of like a gold color. And you've got the brake details all the way around on all 4 wheels. So very nice. The wheels are kind of like a glossy black. Look awesome. Love the brake details, love the wheels and the tire printing on these Tarmac Works Hobby 64s. They always do a really good job. This is the number 44 car. As far as I know, for this race, there was 2 Porsches that raced for the Falcon team. This one, and then I think the other one was number 34. But they decided to bring us this one. I doubt they'll do both just because they're both very similar in terms of like the livery and whatnot. Obviously different numbers, different drivers' names and stuff, but yeah, I'm very happy to have this one. In fact, it goes very nicely. It'll go very nicely with this Falcon one back here. This is this is probably my favorite Porsche race car that Tarmac Works has done. I don't know about ever, but this one's awesome. I think this one's kind of hard to find now too. I grabbed it when it came out, so I didn't pay very much for it, or shortly after it came out, something like that. But yeah, Falcon livery is awesome. You've got the dark blue on the back half of the car, and then it kind of stripes into the teal color on the front half of the car, which it's always a classic livery. You've got the big Falcon printing on the back right here. That does appear to be a decal. I mean, these Hobby 64 cars are typically mostly decals. They might print, well, actually, I think the blue teal is actually a paint, and then. Yeah, I honestly don't know how they do these liveries. I don't think Tarmac Works prints the whole thing, or IXO. I don't really know who manufactures these models. I don't know if it's IXO or Tarmac Works. I'm still kind of confused on that whole situation. But lots of decals. But like I've said before, when you buy these Hobby 64s from Tarmac Works, you got to buy them just because you really like the car. You can't expect perfection from Tarmac Works. The quality control is just not there. But anyways, overall. Even with that being said, very nice car. All the logos and everything look really good. You've got the number 44 box right there. That says 40 years of performance, so I wonder if that has something to do with Falcon. Maybe it's Falcon's 40th anniversary or something. But Falcon Tire website at the bottom right there. The mirrors are red on this one, which I think is a nice little accent to all the blue. And kind of having a hard time seeing what that says, but... looks nice. You've got venting back here in front of the rear tire. You've got some a little thing on the back window right there. I don't really know what that's for, but all the names of the drivers on the roof right there. Very nice. You've got some black detailing on those mirrors as well as a little reflective sticker. Actually, on this one, it looks like they threw some silver metallic paint in there, which I think is fine. You've got some venting behind the wheels filled in with some black paint, a little bit of texture on there as well. And then on top of the wheels, you have these vents, and I don't know that these are textured. I think they are just little decals or prints, but they look really nice. I like that a lot. And then you've got the Falcon logo right underneath that. Going to the front, you got K&W right there underneath the headlight. You got a couple canards, big front splitter. Headlights are done in yellow acrylic, which looks awesome. And it is a little bit hard to see on camera, and I don't know why they look. I don't know why the headlights look foggy on camera, because in person they are crystal clear. I guess the camera is just picking up something I can't see with the naked eye. But really nice headlight detail on this. They're very clear in person. You can see down in there. You can see all the LED details. It looks awesome. And then you have a little bit of black outlining going around the actual lens. You got your Porsche badge in the front right there with the Falcon. You have your little fuel filler right there with silver and black. Venting down in there is black plastic. It looks pretty good though. And you've got your little arrows and clips and stuff. Falcon in the front grille. Front grille detail looks really good. That mesh detail is nice with a little bit of red accenting going around it. You do have a little tiny tow hook right there. That actually is photo etched metal. At least it normally is on these cars. I don't want to mess with it and see, but... And then right in the center, you've got that H&R. Overall, looks really good from the front end. You've got Gran Turismo on the windshield banner with the little digital number counter. And then you have your little pull tabs on the side corners of the window, so you can rip that the plastic film off and clean the window instantly. Pretty cool. You got your number box up here as well. Again, number 44. And then this side of the car should pretty much be the same. I don't think there's going to be real big differences. But the interior does look good. You've got that white roll cage, which I think, again, contrasts really good with the blue. I don't know that there's a ton of... sorry, that was a massive fly. I friggin' came and hit my hand. I thought it was a bee. Anyways, I don't think there's much color on the interior. There might be a little bit in the center console, but it's really hard to see with these small windows. There might be some stuff on the steering wheel as well. But yeah, it looks really good. Back windshield banner, you got Remus. And then another Falcon logo down in there. The spoiler on this one is actually done in a carbon fiber print, and I think it looks really nice. And big Falcon lettering too. I love that. It looks awesome. And both of these Porsches that we're looking at today also have the photo etched metal wing supports, which is awesome. Some of these older ones from Tarmac Works didn't have that, But these new ones that they started doing have that photo etched spoiler thing, which for some reason, it just adds a lot to the model. It just makes it feel a lot more premium, makes it look a lot more detailed. So I'm loving that. Looks awesome. And it also makes the wing more sturdy too, since it's actually metal. But yeah, they also printed the bottom side of the wing with carbon fiber and the sides. Then you've got that 40th anniversary logo for Falcon on the side of the wings again. Here's the back. You've got that massive exhaust system right there with the 2 exhaust tips. H&R Falcon logos. You've got another little red tow hook down there. Tail lights are awesome. Again, acrylic. That whole bar that goes across the back is a red acrylic. And then your big rear diffuser. It looks awesome. I love the silver detailing of the exhaust. And you also have the little LED indicator down there as well. So very cool. The bottom is going to be plastic on these, but it does tell you what the car is. So that is always a good thing. So yeah, nice little Falcon Porsche, however you want to say it. Okay, we're not going to bother with that. We'll just set it on top of the acrylic piece. So let's look at this one now. So this, again, from the 2023 DTM season. This is the 75th anniversary livery for the for Porsche, and which is actually cool because this Falcon one right here was the 70th. So we've got the 70th and the 75th anniversary Porsches from Tarmac Works now. So very cool. And this car was actually driven by Lauren Heinrich, which I'm sure some of you are familiar with that name because he is also one of the main drivers for AO Racing in IMSA and WEC. At least I think they're still racing in WEC. Maybe they just do Le Mans. I'm not sure. I thought you had to compete the whole season in WEC to do Le Mans, but card art in the background looks really cool. I love that kind of like vintage looking like color scheme. Looks good. You got your Porsche licensing down at the bottom again, and then all that info right there. There's the back of the packaging. Again, no cards, no business cards in the bottom of the packaging for these anymore. So I guess Tarmac Works is not doing that anymore. So kind of interesting. I guess I don't really care either way, but it was kind of nice to have a little something extra. This acrylic does not want to come off at all. It is like stuck. Okay, we got it off without breaking the car, which is a miracle. All right, so we'll take this one off the base. But anyways, yeah, Lauren Heinrich was the driver for this car in the 2023 season. I believe he drove it all season. And from what I understand, this is, I think this was like the race that really kickstarted his career. Also, the base is really cool too. Look at all that cool color down there. That is actually really nice. But yeah, so he drove in this season, and then I believe in either 2020, I think it was 2023 as well, is when he started driving for AO Racing, and he started driving the Porsche 911 GT3R in IMSA as well. So I thought that was kind of cool. I actually didn't know that he drove in DTM, so that was a kind of a nice surprise as I was really looking at this. But yeah, you can see his name up at the top right there. And yeah, this livery is really cool. You've got all that like water splash color effect going through a lot of the livery on this one. And then there's a lot of white and black accents as well. Just a really cool looking car. Again, you have your little antenna up here. You've got the metal supports for the wing. Also, I apologize if my fingers are a little bit dirty. I've been working on my BMW. But yeah, you've got the same wheels as the other one. It looks like the same exact brake details as well, which honestly isn't a big deal. But these ones do have little yellow center caps in the middle of the wheels. This Falcon one had silver. So that is a little bit nice difference. And then you have the Pirelli P0 tire printing on this one as well. And just like the other one, it is not going to roll. The wheels aren't even moving freely. Like I'm trying to spin this back wheel and the tire's spinning, but the wheel is not. I guess the bead locks are not doing their job on that. Or is that something only trucks have? Anyways, moving on. But yeah, you got the Decra 75 box on the side right there with the big 75th anniversary logo. Bunch of sponsorship logos down at the bottom, and then also kind of going up the side right there. Just very cool looking. You got blue mirrors on this one. Veltins on this big quarter panel back here. Looks like there's a little bit of like grease right there, but It's kind of looking like that might be some glue residue maybe. But you've got IXO back there, which is cool. So this was sponsored by IXO and a bunch of other stuff, K&W. Yeah, there's more of that like glue markings back there on that back panel. I don't see it on this side. Well, there's a little bit right there too. Dang. I guess they just got glue all over the place for this one. Oh well, like I said, you can't get mad at these not being perfect because they're never going to be. If you buy a Hobby 64, there's going to be some sort of little issue, or many. But yeah, overall the car looks really nice. You've got that white roll cage on the interior again. There's the view of the roof. You got that 75th anniversary. I believe that this is actually printed on because you can kind of, when you zoom in really far, this is 4x, you can kind of see like, I don't even know what you call it, like you can see kind of how it's like dotted, I guess, and that's a real easy way to tell that the whole thing is printed on a lot of these diecast cars. Some of the mini GT cars that have the full printed livery are the same exact way. So it is nice that they did print that on instead of just decaling it. But you've got DTM 2023 on that back windshield banner. Yeah, it just looks really nice. I like this one a lot. Here's the front view. I believe this one kind of had like a bluish purple headlight bulb. Kind of like an indigo color, like a light indigo. Unfortunately, they did not do any sort of paint in there for that, which would make sense because like the bulbs themselves aren't, I know I complain about this a lot, but the bulbs themselves aren't actually colored. It's just the LEDs that shine the colored light. But it would be cool if they could just splash a little bit of like anodized paint on those little LED details to make it look like the headlights were illuminated and colored correctly, but just clear on this one, so the headlights are off. But yeah, again, just like the other Porsche, these headlights are insanely clear. You can see all the freaking fly, get out of here. You can see all the LED details. I keep losing my train of thought today. I don't know why. But looks really good. I really like these blue canards at the front. You got the Pirelli logos, K&W, all kinds of cool stuff. Got your Porsche logo in the center right there. That looks like a different colored badge. That's like red instead of like gold and yellow. I wonder if that's was on purpose for this 75th anniversary, or I wonder if they just got the decal wrong. But yeah, lots of really cool sponsorship logos and details up in here. Looks awesome. On the windshield banner, it says less emissions, full speed, of course. But yeah, super nice looking car. You've got Porsche in white on the windshield banner, and then DTM in yellow on both sides with the black background. Again, the bottom is painted. It says driven by dreams. You can see a little bit of the glue residue where those metal supports kind of clip into the wing, but with it being on the underside like that, I don't think it's too big of a deal. But yeah, that text on the bottom is really cool. And again, the back end, very nice. You've got this really cool exhaust system coming out. You have the little LED indicator down there, Pirelli logos, high-low. Very nice. Acrylic taillights again. Super cool car. Super cool cars. And then the base is going to be the same plastic. It's going to tell you that it is the same exact car as well. So yeah, a couple really nice Porsches today. I love these. I like I said, those Taiwan ones really kind of annoy me because I would really like to get some of those in the collection because some of them are really cool, especially this new wave of 3 that came out. But what are you going to do? I guess there's nothing I can do about it. But anyways, I'll throw up a photo of this Falcon Porsche, the number 44, up on screen so you can see it real quick. These are pretty dang accurate. Tarmac Works IXO does a pretty good job. Just like I said, quality lacks a little bit sometimes. And I'll also throw up a picture of the 75th anniversary one so you can see that as well. But yeah, as always, I appreciate you guys watching. We got lots of nice stuff coming up. Again, we're just slowly working through the mountain of cars I have sitting next to me. So, and yeah, we'll also do a news video this week. There was a lot of good stuff put on pre-order and whatnot. A lot of nice announcements over the past couple weeks. So we'll have a news video up sometime later this week. And until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video.